Calibrations are important practice to perform occasionally with your Mini 5 Pro to ensure optimal performance and accurate flight, and to reduce the risk of accidents. The calibration process is similar to other models of the DJI prosumer line. However, there are slight differences according to the controller used, the RC2 or the RC-N3. In this video, I will show you when and how to calibrate the IMU, compass, gimbal, and remote controller. Let's start with the IMU, Inertia Movement Unit. The IMU affects the behavior of the aircraft in flight. It is therefore important for the safety of your unit. It uses several components of the aircraft, such as the gyroscope, barometer, and accelerometer, to keep the drone flying smoothly, stably, and balanced. I calibrate the IMU whenever the drone exhibits unexpected flight behavior. If the aircraft cannot fly in a straight line, doesn't maintain the altitude, drifts while hovering, or doesn't respond appropriately to the sticks of the remote control, the first thing to do is to calibrate the IMU. Another occasion for calibration is when DJI Fly App prompts to do so with an on-screen message. The calibration is also suggested after traveling more than 50 miles, after big elevation changes, for example during the trip to the mountains, or when the temperature is drastically different from usual. A few times while traveling I had experienced a wild behavior of the aircraft, and indeed calibrating the IMU fixed the issue. For the calibration, choose an area far from metal and free from interference. Place the Mini 5 Pro on a horizontal, level and perfectly flat surface. Make sure to have at least 50% battery time for both the drone and the remote controller. In the Safety tab of Settings, we scroll down until we find IMU Normal and hit Calibrate. We are presented with a screen that guides us through the steps needed for the calibration. We are asked to position the drone with folded wings in 5 different positions. We start with the drone positioned laterally with the camera facing to the left, and we can then hit the Start button. To the right of the screen, a ring shows the progress of the first step. The second position is sitting on the left side of the aircraft, with the power switch facing us and the camera to the left. Position 3 with the drone on its back and the camera facing to the right. Position 4 with the aircraft on its right side and the camera facing to the right. Position 5 with the drone standing on the back, showing us the right side. Finally, we place the drone in the first position, and the aircraft will restart. It is a bit like doing yoga. The short video shows these different positions. It should help to get them correctly. At the end, a message will confirm the outcome. If the calibration has failed, move the drone to a different location, far from metal and magnetic interference, make sure that the surface is perfectly flat, and try again. The compass tracks the drone and on-point position. If it is not calibrated properly, the drone might fly erratically or crash. It also plays an important role in the case of a return to home. The procedure is very simple. We find the compass calibration in the Safety tab of Settings, just above the one for the IMU. We select an area free from metal and electrically charged objects. Notice that the calibration might fail in low light condition. The aircraft should be held approximately 1.5 meters, about 5 feet, above the ground, roughly at shoulder height. After hitting the start button, simply follow the on-screen instructions. First, rotate the drone 360 degrees horizontally, then turn it to a vertical position and repeat the rotation. The maneuver can be accomplished by simply rotating the hand holding the aircraft. There is no need to perform complex circular dances or other dangerous acrobatics. The calibration result will be shown on the screen. In case of failure, try again farther from interferences. Unlike the IMU and the compass, gimbal calibration doesn't affect flight behavior, but controls the camera's alignment. Anytime it is switched on, the Minify Pro performs a basic gimbal calibration. In most cases, we perform a gimbal calibration when the horizon is uneven, often after a crash or a hard landing. In Settings, we go to the Control tab and scroll down until we find Gimbal Calibration. There is a choice between Auto and Manual. For auto calibration, the drone must be placed on a level surface, as we do for the IMU, but this time with open wings. Calibration starts immediately after hitting the auto button. The camera moves horizontally and then vertically for a few seconds, and the trick is done. A manual calibration is generally performed while flying. If we notice that the horizon is uneven, we hit the button below Auto, and we are presented with two values that we can modify. The first one is the camera rotation. The other one is the horizontal alignment. The remote controller contains a compass to detect its position. We may occasionally be prompted to calibrate the controller itself by a message on the upper left of the screen. The procedure is very simple and is explained on screen. With the RC2 controller with a built-in screen, we can summon the controller calibration. To do that, we scroll down twice on the screen to reach the menu window. We then hit the gear icon at the top right, and then we choose Compass Calibration. Then simply follow the on-screen instruction by simply rotating the controller horizontally and vertically like a figure of 8. On several occasions, we may need to calibrate the stitches and the dials of the remote controller. If you notice that the drone doesn't fly in a straight line when pushing the right stick forward, or if the gimbal doesn't tilt smoothly when rotating the dial, it is worth trying it. On the Control tab of the Settings, scroll down to the option RC Calibration. After tapping on it, we receive a message for powering off the aircraft. So we turn off the drone and tap again on RC Calibration and then on Start. As instructed on the screen, we push the sticks and rotate the dials until we see the message Calibration successful. Click on this link to watch my video about photography with the Minify Pro. And don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video interesting. Thank you.